Now that we can turn into a wolf whenever we like, what we can do is start hunting for the little poes that we found before. Remember the first one we found in Giovanni's house? Yeah, there's another one right here. So let's take it down with 2 jump attacks and steal its soul. Hello, this is UniversalGiant, and I'm a sniffing in balls on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess! Reference within a reference right there. But we just exited the Sacred Grove after nabbing ourselves the Master Sword, and now we're just doing whatever we can. How do we deal with these guys again? Do we just sword swipe? Can we try the... How does the claw shot work on these guys? Never actually tried. Oh, it just stuns them. Okay. Well, let's see. Does a charge up sword attack do anything? Spin attack. No, it just stuns them. And right, you can't quick... Or can you quick spin in this game? That's strange. I could have sworn I just did a quick spin. But yeah, this is the sword. This is the area where we fought the Skull Kid just outside the Sacred Grove, or inside the Sacred Grove, however you want to define where the Sacred Grove is, or what the Sacred Grove is. But in case you can't tell, the Master Sword is indeed more powerful than the Ordon Sword we've been using the entire time. Okay, fine, if you want to just do that. Why did you put the sword away, Link? Let's see if we can just knock you down by hitting your stem. I think we can. There we go. And now you're dead. Every time. And now we get a treasure chest for defeating all the enemies in the room! When was the last time that happened? Has that even happened once in this game yet? I don't remember. But yeah, we came down to get this treasure chest for a reason. It's a piece of heart. Lovely. But yes, now that we have access to the wolf form whenever we like, we have to go Poe hunting. For quite a while. Does he have 2 purses? Link! Fanny packs? I never noticed. I guess that's where he hides the iron boots. But yeah, guess how many Poes we have access to before we even move into an area we've never been to before? 10? 15? Try 29. Almost half of the Poes in the game we have access to right now. That's not a golden bug either, that's just a piece of scenery. But yeah, now we can just warp out of here. Be careful though, because once you do, you can't go back here. Maybe you can, but I think the area is sealed off. But yeah, there are a bunch of different places we have to go, and I guess I'll just go wherever tickles my fancy. There is a Poe in North Farron Woods, I suppose I'll get out of the way first. Scratch that, I'm pretty sure it's only there during the nighttime, but even if it's there during the day, I want to be sure it's there. So let's just head back to Kakariko Village, and use our fully maxed out wallet for something. I think this is the only thing left worthwhile to spend your money on in the game. We'll get back to you later. But yes, that is one of the Goron Elders sitting outside Mallow's shop. And you'll find another one in his shop. Oh, that scream is priceless. So what they're talking about is the shop in Castletown that was selling stuff for really expensive prices. Mallow and the Goron Elder here are set out to do something about it. They're going to essentially take over that shop and start selling that stuff at cheaper prices. However, they can't do that without rebuilding the bridge between this section of Hyrule Field and Castletown. So in order to aid them, we need to give them 1,000 rupees. And since I don't really have anything else to put my money into, I'll just give them all my rupees. Now we only need to give them 400 more rupees, and trust me, it's worth it. In fact, if you want 100% this game, I believe that's absolutely necessary. So now that we've got that money taken care of, I suppose we should start going Poe hunting. Where's the first place we should go? Oh, I should also mention, since it may not be entirely obvious, you can't just transform anytime you like, because as Midlet will warn you, people will see you, and that's kind of creepy. So I like to just either go into the spring here or go into that little cave over there, but if you play this game often enough, you'll figure out where you can and can't transform. So let's see, where's the first place we want to go? I know we want to wind up at Lake Hylia. We could get the Hero Shade now, and we would have access to more arrows, but I want to save that for when we have to go back to Castletown. Could go up here and then swim our way down, but that's kind of pointless. I suppose we'll go to Lake Hylia. I don't have any planned route for this. I'm just going to go wherever I remember there are poes. Although most of them do only come out at night, including a lot of them here. But I know there are at least some here that I can get now. Did I ever mention how much I love the music here? Because I really love the music in this area. How many arrows do we have? 30? That's fine. I want to make sure we have plenty of arrows when we go in here. I pointed out a cave up here, although you couldn't really see it from when I pointed it out. But there is indeed a cave over here. And I believe there may even be a fairy out here. Oh yeah, there's a fairy out here. Why do I always remember that fairy? But yeah, I have full up bottles, so let's just bomb this cave open. Not gonna waste bomb arrows. And we might as well take out... I think I want to go in with bombs and the lantern we haven't used in a fairly long time. Now this cave is fairly long. I believe this is one of the deepest caves in the game. So you want to be prepared when you come in here. I like not to use my lantern more often than I have to, and I have plenty of bombs, so I don't mind just wasting these. I see some stuff on the opposite side of that rock. But yeah, let's blow open all of these areas we can. Treasure chest. More bombs to make sure that you have them. Any other stuff in here? Nothing. What about this side? I'm going to go in places where I don't think anything is first. And if I happen to progress forward, I'll just go back to cover everything. But yeah, over here, yellow chew. What you can do with these, you can actually scoop up the yellow chew jelly for your lantern. So you don't have to put it in a bottle first. I always liked that. But yeah, this is progress. We'll go progress later. For now, we want to go back and make sure we clear out all of the areas here first. So I believe the section up here was uncovered, and the reason I didn't go in here was because there were enemies. I thought that was going to lead to something. I guess it didn't. I should be more careful next time, but yeah, just money. And since I've already uncovered this section of the map, I can just follow it blindly, because I can just follow the arrow on the map. I don't need to waste lantern oil. And I know there is no gaps in here, no enemies. I'm very stingy with lantern oil, but they give you plenty of yellow chews. It's just that the first time you come through here, you won't think to use the chews for oil. At least I didn't. Or maybe I did. I actually forget. I don't think there's anything worthwhile for quite some time. And you can see some torch slugs here. I didn't want you to fall down, though, buddy. So let's get the bow and arrow out. See, I don't like locking onto them for this reason, because you don't always hit them if you lock onto them, although it's pretty difficult to see them. But yeah, I just have fun doing this. So let's get the lantern back out, because eventually we will reach areas in this cave that do not have a floor. So go nice and slow. And I see a Poe over there. Yeah, this is why we didn't come in here the first time. Because if we did, we wouldn't have been able to do anything about the Poes. So let's just take down this third one here. There are actually, if I remember correctly, there are 3 Poe souls in this dungeon thing. Do I call it a dungeon or a cave? Make up your mind, Giant. But yeah, let's just light the torch here and get some more bombs out. Yeah, you think this dungeon is long? It only gets longer if you happen to fall in an abyss or something, because you don't get any checkpoints in here. If you fall down somewhere, you gotta start all the way from the beginning, and I really don't want to do that. So just mind your surroundings, like over here, and don't run off the bridge. Hi, Tektite. I'm not going to use the jump attack to kill you, because I might jump into a cleft. And I put away the lantern when I only wanted to put away the sword. Yes, it's a blue rupee. I didn't make a big deal about that after the first time it happened, but it annoys the hell out of me that every time you pick up a rupee for the first time in the session, it tells you what it is. I don't think anybody likes that. I mean, they can figure out if they know Simple Addition how much the rupee was worth once they get it. I don't know what the reasoning was behind putting that in the game here. Didn't I light a torch here or something? Shouldn't it be light enough? Do I get anything from moving this dude? I don't think I do. Nope, absolutely nothing. Treasure chest, more money. I actually don't know why they give you arrows in here. I don't think you need them for anything. Unless you want to shoot down the torch slugs, but I did. But really, that's only convenience. That's not necessarily something I have to do. Also, a little trick that you can do is walk down here with your senses as a wolf. I believe you can see fairly easily then, too. But I don't like doing that just because I like having all of my area lit up and being able to use my items like bombs and arrows. And more yellow chews so we can fill up on oil. And a whopping 100 rupees! Have we seen one of these before? I'm not sure if we have. Yeah, let's fill up the lantern. See, this is another reason why I made sure to empty my wallet before we got here, because I knew we were going to find lots of money in here, and it's really a huge waste if you come down here with full wallet, which I usually make the mistake of doing. Come on, put away the lantern. Because there's so much money down here. And you don't want to have to come through here more than you have to, although each time you do, as long as you've cleared out the map, you will be able to see it. It's not like it goes away, and each time you come in here, you have to uncover more areas of the map again. No, they're good about that. And in here is a Dodongo. Wait a minute, you're a Dodongo. What are you doing in here? It's a good thing they don't explode when they die. Although I kind of wish they did, just for consistency's sake, and we've almost run out of bombs in this bag. But that's why we have another bomb bag, right? More Tektites. Are there only 2 colors of Tektites in this game? I know there are the red ones and there are the blue ones. But is there another color? Pansy's way out. There's more stuff to do, though. Don't let that exit trick you. Just want to make sure I don't fall into an abyss somewhere, because I know that there is one immediately over here. Take it very slow once you get a good ways through this cave. Because if you don't, one of those ledges will pop up and surprise you. Especially over here. If you jump this step too quickly, you'll fall straight into that hole. You want to be super duper careful. Probably going a little bit too cautiously here, if possible. Which it probably isn't. Bamos. And I do hear keys in here too. Man, the keys sound creepy in this game. I don't know, it's just something about them. This is going to do it for a bomb bag, though. And you can't pick up bombs once you throw them. Just get out of the way before it explodes on you. I just didn't want to waste the bomb is all. Because now we've got an empty bomb bag. So let's switch over to the full one. Very nice to have full bomb bags. I think that's the way forward. This is the way with more keys in it. Wow, there are a lot of keys in here. And they all dropped hearts! How nice of them! And more arrows to shoot down the torch slugs. I guess that's what the arrows are for. I can't imagine what else they would be used for here. And this looks like a more important treasure chest than usual. But it's only 50 rupees, what gives? Oh well, they want us to shoot down the torch slugs, I suppose. We should shoot down the torch slug. I only see one, though. That's funny. I expected to see more than one. Okay, once again, taking it nice and slow. Torch slug. I will be very methodical about this and not use any more lantern oil than I have to. Because I don't have any empty bottles, and I don't want to waste blue potion, so... I suppose I could afford to lose fairy, but I really don't want to. So yeah, you see, now we've reached the point where there are, not the slingshot, where there are holes, and the torch slugs are above them. They have a very nasty habit of knocking you into those holes if you allow them to. So I'd highly recommend to snipe them off as soon as possible. So you can take your time through here, and I forget if there are tektites in here that bother you or not. They seem to, well, there are at least keys in here. Let's just make sure, above all else... Did it phase through the wall? Make sure, above all else, that you do not jump off. Fairly easy to do. Try to make sure you keep the enemies in line with you, such that when you attack them, you don't jump off to your death. I make that sound like it's something easy or something that you think is self-explanatory, but I can't tell you how many times it's happened to me. And how many times I've seen it happen to other people. Just make sure that you're in line with the ground when you attack them. And don't ever attack them straight towards the ledge. And now we're finally delving into our other bomb bag. Maybe we should actually go back to Kakariko and buy some bombwings. We haven't found any use for the other bag since we've mostly been filling up the second one. We may actually have enough rubies by the end of this cave to finish off the money for the bridge. More tektites, making me take out my sword again. Is there a treasure chest in here? Yep. Didn't even have to use the lantern for it. Ooh, bombwings! I can actually pick these up! Awesome! You know, I've never actually used these, so I'm curious to see what happens when you do. Except it's too dark in here, so I can't really test it out. Oh well. I'll try to remember when we get outside, but I've never actually used a bombwing in my life. In all honesty. I don't think I've ever actually had room in a bomb bag for them. So, but yeah, this is the rolling attack. I forget what it's called. The last hidden skill we got that I told you I would use to the death. Simply because it's so easy to get out of the way of attacks like the fire that the dongos blow on you and get around to their exposed tail. This is the way forward, isn't it? Or is this the way forward? Nope. And another yellow chew! And seeds for a slingshot that we'll never use. But yeah, they tend to have these guys spaced out appropriately so that, at least in my experience, you've only got about a third to a quarter of your lantern oil left. So they do a good job of putting those there where you need them. But not giving you too many of them that you're saturated with those stupid things. That they get annoying. But yeah, you need a lot of bombs in here in case you couldn't tell already. And the few bombs that they do give you isn't nearly enough to get you through here in one go. Oh, this is a big treasure chest, isn't it? Sure is. Oh, jeez, that is a lot of stuff. I think we will be able to finish off the bridge. I'm glad I spent all that money there. Take it nice and slow, Link. Nice and slow. Don't fall off. You're almost there. Pay very close attention because it does slope downward. And there are more planks of wood for you to walk across. God, this one section. This one area, I just don't like it. I mean, I like the challenge, but when I almost fall off at the very end like that, it scares the living daylights out of me. And considering there isn't much daylight in here to begin with, that's saying something. But that does it for the 3 pulse souls in this cavern. And if you've been conservative enough to maintain all of your lantern oil to this point, you can light these 2 torches and get the treasure that you actually needed to come in here for. Because in here is another heart piece. Spectacular. But now we can get out of this cavern and never come back. Overly dramatic, leaving cavern scene. If you're going to be exploring secret caverns, get used to hearing that music and feeling that cutscene. So let's see. I think what I might do... You know what, we'll be back here later anyway. I guess we'll get something else out of the way first.